Good morning. This is Wednesday morning here in McAllen. It's my leadership talk for the day. So I've been listening to a lot of Tony Robbins and Wayne Dyer and then I turned on Les Brown. I've met Les Brown a couple times. Once in Los Angeles, and I was with the blue team then. And so he started asking me about my business. And he said something, but I was like, why do I care about your business? And so I started telling him about the business. Well, you know what? Les Brown had prostate cancer. Les Brown wouldn't make it through underwriting, right? And that pretty much shut it down. And then I ran into him out here in the Rio Grande Valley. And, every time he comes, he remembers me, right? Tickles me to death. But because of his situation, Les Brown, our business isn't something that means a lot to him. When you listen to what he says, everything he says promotes our business. Okay? And, if something happened to you, what about your loved ones, right? And, everything he says. So I talked to somebody, who's on my chicken list, right? Successful businessman, has several businesses here in the valley, and I respect the guy. And I'm really looking for referrals. I'm looking for somebody who's after it. And he's asking me, why haven't you got it going? Why hasn't it taken off here in the valley? And I hadn't thought about that until he asked me, right? Well, right after he got the phone, I knew what it was. I joined Toastmasters in Chula Vista, California, Club 108. And there was this guy, big black dude, coming in, and he gave his icebreaker. And he was a hospital administrator. And he was married to this little Asian lady. She was a nurse. And they had a problem in the hospitals keeping the hospice wards full. Because, these people that, their last days, they want to be loved and accepted, and, and the hospital's full of Asian nurses and orderlies. And they're really good workers. They go through life with their blinders on, and they do their tasks, and they get their job done, right? But they weren't interacting with the patients. So he, as an HR guy, started teaching them how to be more personable and relate to the patients, right? And then he started a business of teaching intercultural relations. So I get here to the valley, and I'm a minority down here, right? And I'm in a job where I'm calling on these produce warehouses, right? And it takes a long time to develop trust and build rapport and get these people to trust me enough to purchase from me, right? But I had a good attitude about things. I knew that I just kept coming back smiling, and I didn't let them get to me. And next thing you know, they're loyal customers. Okay, and I caught a little thing like they have a really inappropriate, off-color sense of humor, offensive sense of humor, right? And if you get offended by their offensive sense of humor, they get offended, right? And my years in the SEAL teams, and I've heard everything, and I just kind of roll my eyes and smile and shake my head, right? And think, I got it. He accepts me, right? And that's important, okay? And then I got a friend, and she's Luisa Montalvo. She was last year's first runner-up in the Toastmasters International Speech Contest. And she is a phenomenon when it comes to dealing with difficult people, right? And she automatically goes, okay, what's up with them? And starts to figure out what it is about them that makes them the way that they are, right? But that's what it takes. So here I am in the training room, and there's a black guy. He's an African. He's right from Nigeria, and he's giving the presentation to the only Hispanic guy in the building. You know, a guest who never came back. And I'm in the training room, and I'm only a white guy, and there's 11 Asian women. And I'm like, where are the Mexicans? Right? And the top moneymaker in the valley, in this business, is this little Korean lady, Bernadette Kim. And I'm like, where are the Mexicans? Right? There's going to be somebody hearing this that's going to realize, you know, I hope they get a little territorial. You know what? If there's anybody that's going to be the top moneymaker here in the Rio Grande Valley, it's going to be me, right? And I'm here to help them, right? And but they, you know, somebody just says, hey, listen, this is our territory, and you know, if you know, there's a whole basically an untapped market here, and somebody needs to step up. And I'm letting you know that I will help you with every way that I can, right? But there's just so many people that need help down here. It's kind of like when I used to teach boxing, and I've said this before, these Navy pilots and air crewmen, I'd watch whoever was getting their face beat in, I'd went to that guy's corner, and they had a need to listen to what I had to say. And they would do what I told them that was the right thing, and they would turn it around every single time. There's so many people here in the valley that have a need, a financial need, all right? And they're just like, what? You know, they're looking for some kind of opportunity, something that they can break out in, right? And this is it, okay? Especially now that everything's gone virtual, all right? So, Ruben Lowing, 956-255-0061. And if you want to be the one that brings abundance to the Rio Grande Valley, then give me a call. All right, bye.